Hey guys, another video from my car. Okay, I was just thinking about this because I am trying to hook these two people up. Okay, they're both my students, and they're just both so adorable, and he's awesome and she's amazing, and it's like, oh my god, they'd be so great together. Anyway, so I'm introducing them, and it's kind of neat playing Cupid, love Cupid here. Okay, if I was going to advise them from the very beginning that worked for Nick and I, Nick is my husband. I'm going to die with him, okay? My husband number 3, okay? So I know my shit, all right? Anyway, I would advise them, which is what Nick and I did, to not discuss your past relationships, okay? Because that will fuck everything up when shit hits the fan. Meaning, if something goes wrong, you get jealous, or you're talking too much to another guy, or she's talking too much to another girl. I mean, anything could happen in the salsa scene. Salsa scene is pretty dangerous when it comes to relationships. I've seen more people break up in the scene than I have them stick together. And one of the things that Nick and I decided when we first got together was, I'm about ready to turn here. See, I knew this would freaking happen. I need to get one of those stand thingies. Anyway, what Nick and I decided when we first got together, well, we didn't really decide. It just kind of like happened organically. We don't discuss past relationships. And you know what was interesting is when that was going on, meaning when we were dating, I wasn't jealous. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was like, wow, look at this wonderful man. He's so cool, you know. He's like this Harley Davidson biker, mountain man / Abraham Lincoln person that I just adore. And I don't care what he had in the past, because look at who he is now, right? Then we went to go see a marriage counselor just to make sure things were on par and things were good and everything. And this freaking marriage counselor says you should go dark. And I said, what the hell does that mean? You should go dark, and you should discuss past relationships, and you should discuss things that happened to you and why and all that. And I was thinking, why mess up a good thing, right? So anyway, we went back, and he started. Actually, my relationships are pretty much online, okay? My whole life is online. And so Nick kind of knew about that a little bit, but we never discussed it. But I didn't know anything about him. And I was so used to talking about my past, you know, blah, 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 like 99% of the people are, right? Because when we get into a conversation, we're over dinner, and we start talking about past relationships and all this, you know, we start building up in our mind this vision of who you are, right? And so Nick started to bring up things about a past girlfriend he had that was blonde. And now it's like, I started getting these images in my head of this past girlfriend who was a freaking blonde. And I'm thinking, why the hell did this freaking marriage counselor, who supposedly has a degree in blah, 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 attempt to fuck up our relationship by us going dark, you know, bringing out bad shit and all this, creating drama? You know what I think he was doing? I think because we were so perfect, because we had no dramas, no issues. In fact, I don't even know why the hell we went. Anyway, you know, he said, maybe I can make money off these two if I start stirring up some shit. And you know what? Come to think of it now, that really pisses me off, okay? Because you shouldn't do that. It's like dance instructors who don't teach their students everything and kind of like keep things to themselves so that when they see them throw down on the floor, the students are flabbergasted. I don't teach that way. I show you everything because I want you to get really good, because when you get really good, I look good, right? But marriage counselors who go in and say, oh yeah, pull out the dark shit so I can get paid more later on. So now you two are going to start having problems. And you know, this is great income, continuous income for me. Just start yelling and screaming at each other more often, and I'll just pull more and more shit out. You know what? It's like you don't want to stir the pot. What does that mean? When you're cooking beans, okay, and and the bottom burns a little bit, you never stir the pot, because all that burnt crap is going to come out. It's going to ruin the whole pot. You just kind of like take the good stuff and you put it away and you protect it from the bad stuff, okay? So my recommendation, bottom line, don't discuss past relationships. It's going to mess up your whole relationship in the future. The tongue is a two-edged sword, okay? The only thing that should come out of your mouth is beautiful words of encouragement, love, admiration, respect, honor, you know, not, well, who is this blonde bitch, right? Oh my God. All right. Anyway, enough said. And if you've already discussed past relationships, never, ever, ever discuss them again. Ever. It doesn't do anything good or wholesome for your relationship at all, okay? If anything, it starts putting weird thoughts, and all of a sudden this mangled thought crap starts happening when she's alone and thinking about where the hell he is, when he's alone and thinking about where the hell she is. All of a sudden, all this information that she spewed out of her mouth like vomit comes into his head and says, oh no, what if she went back to her ex, and you know. Okay, so enough said. Sorry, I went on a rampage. Anyway, if they were my kids, I would definitely tell them to do that, because Nick and I were almost on the verge of, oh my God, right? And we never discussed it ever again, and we just kind of like put that under the carpet, because I don't want to bring any of that shit up, okay? All right, so you guys have an awesome, awesome day, and best of luck to you in your relationships, okay? Bye.